Hi you guys, and welcome back to Series 2 of DayZ. Now unfortunately my audio cocked up and I've only recorded video for these episodes. I've got no audio, I'm actually talking over the top of this video as it's rendering. So apologies guys, but we're going to try and watch these episodes as I go through. Now I'm not going to give commentary all the way through, I'm just going to pop up every now and then and let you guys know what's going on. So at the moment I'm currently making a fire, there it is, and I'm getting some meat together because our blood is quite low. Now I'm running the latest update of DayZ, but I've switched my debug monitor back on because I'm so used to having my debug monitor that I've actually gone and put it back in there. Just help me out, let me know my humanity zombies spawned and whatnot. Now we're currently on a slightly high populated server. There's myself and 3 other guys on here at the moment. We're just going to finish off here with our little campfire, and then what I decide to do is eat one of my steaks, yum yum, and we're going to head and make our way towards the northeast airfield. So we've looted Vizino, and I don't think there's any reason to go back in there again and loot it for a 3rd time. So I'll just bring up my map here, and we set a waypoint kind of near where I know there's a deer stand, near the northeast airfield. So we work out how far away it is first, and then I set a little waypoint sort of on the way there. So the deer stand's right there where I've put that marker, and we're going to make our way there now. So I know that I said I wasn't going to cut anything out of these videos guys, but I have 2 more episodes after this one before the series ends. Now I know that's a little bit of a spoiler. Unfortunately I have no voice audio, I just have things like this. So if I stop talking, this is what you're going to get for 3 episodes. Yeah, exactly guys, and nobody wants that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit and chop it all up and put all of those episodes into one. So this, unfortunately, this is going to be the last episode, but there's quite a lot that happens. I hope you guys are happy with it, and stay tuned to the end of the video. There's going to be some announcements about Series 3, and I think you guys have got something to really look forward to in Series 3. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to be chopping in some more commentary and explaining the situation and what's going on. So I'll see you when we're at that deer stand. Hi guys, and welcome back. So what I'm doing here is just getting out my hatchet, and what we're going to try and do is nice silent kills on these zombies up by this deer stand. Now some of you may recognise the area that I'm in. This is actually from another one of my videos as well, where I find somebody else's tent and I come and raid this deer stand over here. Now it did take a little while to get here, and there were 2 zombies spawned on this deer stand. They kind of wandered off into the field, so I wasn't too worried, and I was really hoping to get a second gun from inside this deer stand, but as you're going to see in a minute, unfortunately there's nothing in here, which is rubbish. So I decide to cut my losses and make my way over to the northeast airfield as fast as possible. So we're going to head that way now, and I'll come back in the next clip guys when we're at the northeast airfield. See, here's where I set my waypoint. Waypoints are the way forward, don't forget it guys. Once you get a map, left shift and click, going to set yourself a waypoint and just follow that line as the crow flies. So we'll be back in the next clip guys, and I'll show you what happens. Alright guys, I'm back and I'm on the hill. Just going to get the old binoculars out and take a look. What we're doing here is checking for zombies. So there's no zombies near the tower, and there are no zombies near the hangars, which means there's no players down there to my knowledge. No players alive anyway. So what we need to do next is work out the best course of action, and for reasons only known to myself really, I decided that the best course of action is just to run straight in there and try and get ourselves a gun. The whole reason we came down here was to try and get a better weapon, so that's what we're going to do. Now the hill I'm on right now is a favourite spot for snipers, so that's why I came in on this angle. Always go to where you think the enemy are going to be. Once you've checked out that area, then you can move in on your target. So we're just going to sprint in here now, guys, and see what we can find. Okay, so finding it a little bit difficult to actually talk over my videos after I've recorded them. I normally do live commentary as I'm playing. Reason being is that I've had a lot of issues with my PC blue screening and whatnot. Bob and Kevin, Nick will definitely know about my crash issues for my PC. I actually got onto the guys who built it recently and sorted out my power supply for my PC. Had to reset a lot of settings within the control panel. What I actually did was turned off my Logitech headset, so basically my mic wasn't working. It works in Skype, it just wasn't working with my recording software, so I've had to talk over the video after it's been made, which I'm finding really difficult, guys. So I'm going to apologise now for the commentary. I do remember what happens in all these videos, but obviously this is no substitute for live commentary, so apologies again, guys. I just hope you enjoy what you're watching so far. So anyway, back to the video. We're hitting it up this ladder to try and find ourselves a weapon. The best spot is usually in the top of this tower, and hey presto, that's an AKM. It's actually a lot more powerful than the standard AK-74. Unfortunately, what I did there was I dropped my axe rather than re-equipping it to my tool belt, and in true DayZ fashion, it's gone. My axe has disappeared, so we no longer have a hatchet, which is bad news bears. I hit it down the stairs here and decided to go and check the hangars, and it's when I turned this corner that I realised that there's a dead player here. Now, there were no zombies spawned, which tells me he did die at least 10 or 15 minutes ago. I check his gun, it doesn't use the same ammo, and it's not as powerful as the AKM, so I stick with my AKM and I just double check his body to make sure he hasn't got anything I want. He does have an Uzi pistol, but I decide not to take that as he's got no ammunition. Now also, as this guy has no ammunition, he's either run out of ammo and tried to escape into here to find some ammo and killed by zombies, or he was killed by a bandit and the bandit stole all his ammo but left the guns. So I mean, I don't really know, but I'll leave it up to you guys. This was the end of episode 7, where I'm doing my sign off at the moment, so the next clip will be the beginnings of episode number 8. Stay tuned, guys, and we're gonna carry on from where we are now. Alright then, guys, so this was the beginnings of episode 8. I'm really annoyed that what happened, and you're going to find out towards the end of the video exactly what happened with this series. Unfortunately, my mic was rubbish, and I'm having to do commentary over the top, so let's just get back to it anyway, guys. I decided to come outside, go to the hangars, and what we find in this first hangar is a wheel and a Pepsi and a cola. And I feel that I don't need that, but we do find a hatchet, and considering I bloody lost my hatchet by dropping it because I'm an idiot, finding a brand new hatchet here was a real bonus for me. Now I decided to check both the hangars on the way out of the airfield, and obviously we checked all around with the binoculars before we came in, so we know that there's not any players around here to shoot me in the back. Although my adrenaline was really pumping at this point because I knew that there was a dead guy in the tower, and being around dead people, although zombies are dead people I guess, but being around dead players is always really worrying, and it does get the heart pumping and the adrenaline going. So we checked both of these hangars. There's not too much in them. I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of loot just here. I don't think there's anything in particular that I need, and I decide to make my way. Now we've checked out the northeast airfield, I decide to make my way along the top of the map, searching towns, and we're going to try and make our way to the northwest airfield. So I'll see you in the next clip. So it's at this point of the video, guys, that I find a small barn to loot, and I decide that looting this barn and logging off in it would probably be a good way to end episode number 8. I don't find too much in this barn, as you're going to see in a minute, and it's at this point that I realised that having the debug monitor switched on in the latest update makes all of your symbols in the bottom right bright green all the time. So I haven't lost any food or thirst. Blood and temperature are all bright green, and that's because my debug monitor is switched on. So I don't know whether to keep it or not, guys. We shall find out. But yeah, it's at this point that I think I'll have a little drink, as there is some Coca-Cola in this barn. So we take it, we drink it, and I decide to log off in this barn, well, just up round the corner near some trees, and I think I'll end episode 8 there. When I decide to go to a much higher populated server, basically it's full and I have to wait for a slot, and I decide to go to the Northwest Airfield on the highest populated server that I can find in a search of some PvP. When I log into that server, this next shot is what happens. Yep, that's right, guys, a hacker killed me. I logged into the server, it was the highest populated server that I could find, and this happened. So that is the end to Series 2. Now, it's not the end that I wanted for you guys, and I'm sure it's not the end that you guys wanted to see. That was a 2 or 3 hour life. We had a lot of good loot, we had some real good adventures along the way, and I think I've almost showed off everything that is in the game. We had a bus, we cooked meat, we found camo clothing, big backpacks, guns, airstrips, down choppers, zombie kills. We found a dead player towards the end there. We didn't kill anyone ourselves, but we even experienced hackers, and hackers are arseholes and they ruin the game for everybody. So as I've said, guys, that is it. This isn't a joke. That is the end to Series 2, and I'm really upset. All that's left to say is apologies for the audio on this. I'm having to provide commentary at the end of the video after it's been recorded, not live, which is really difficult for me. Stay tuned to my channel, guys. Series 3 is hopefully going to be a co-op series of myself and Nick, with a bit of luck, although I haven't asked Nick yet, so keep it to yourself, guys. Hopefully Nick will say yes and we'll be able to do that. All that's left to say is thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.